Alright, moment of truth. We're gonna unload the quad and see how it works. So just try this real quick. So today I'm actually on my way to go pick up my 700 Raptor. It's been in the shop for a few months now. So I'm gonna go and pick that up, and I'm gonna show you guys how much, I'm gonna break down how much it cost to get the engine rebuilt. Practically both the bottom end and the top end I got it rebuilt. And also two gears and the transmission were broken. So I'll break it all down, show you guys what it cost. But yeah, follow me on this journey. Let's go pick it up. It's about a 45-minute drive on the other side of Las Vegas. So we'll see you guys when we get there. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. I blew the engine on that Raptor back in October, and I tried fixing it myself. And it was just a lot more damage than I was willing to tackle. So I found a good shop here locally that that took care of it. So let's go see it and try it out. All right, everybody, this is pretty cool. I'm driving through downtown Las Vegas on my way to pick up my 700 Raptor from the shop, as you can see here. But there's something really cool. I've not seen one of these in many years, and it's a Goodyear air balloon hovering in place right above the Allegiant Stadium. Anyways, that was so cool. I've not seen one of those in years. Just wild. Pretty cool. I didn't know those things still existed, to be quite honest with you. Well, I guess maybe you've seen them around Daytona, now I think about it, like NASCAR stuff. But outside of that, that's just wild. I've not heard or seen one of those in years. Cool stuff. Kind of nostalgic. Alright, so I'm going to break it down to you guys, the full cost and everything that got done. At the end of the day, I paid $37.10. He might have overcharged me. $37.50 is what I ended up paying to get the engine rebuilt. And here, I'll give you guys a breakdown. So it looks like got a new rod kit, new piston gasket, gasket kit, the O-ring, the cam chain, the locking washers, shift drum segment. I'm not sure what that is. The second gear, I know that was busted. I could hear it every time the second gear was like ding, 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 ding. Obviously new oil, new spark plug, the break-in oil, and then coolant, the rebuilt crankshaft, rebuilt head. He said it was in pretty bad conditions. Motor built, so tear down, cleanup, prep, whatever. So all that was $1,500 alone in the assembly. Additional parts that he said I needed were the battery, which sure the original battery is probably a few years old. The bracket holder, which I know was missing. The neutral, I think he overcharged me on that, but whatever. All he did was put a new connector. The thrust cover,
thrust washer. He explained that to me. It looks like my chain was wearing into that. The swing arm, replace cover and reinstall. Okay, not sure what that is. The throttle body, he told me, was full of dirt and oil from the throttle body into the engine, practically the intake. And then get shop supplies, and then he didn't charge me for adjusting the chain and lubing it, for power washing it, and removal of rust and repainting head pipe, which didn't use heat. What is that, the 100 or 1700 degree paint? He just used normal Rust-Oleum paint, so didn't charge me for that, so that's good. So that was the grand total, but like I said, I think he overcharged me. I look at it because my total came out to $17.50 exact from what I zelled him. But anyways, he's telling me this is what I need. Just the case saver for sure, new chain and sprocket, and then I don't know what the heck that is. I can't read that. But anyway, so here are the parts. He said I guess what really went bad was the crankshaft and the piston seized. So here's the old piston head. I don't know if that was damage from removing it or damage from riding it, but it has a new piston in there. This is pretty wild. The state of the old gasket. I mean, you can see there how rusted through it was. So he told me it looks like somebody ran the ATV instead of coolant with water, and so the aluminum, which is surprising maybe with heat, but he was saying it was rusting through, so he had to spend almost 4 hours in just sanding and resurfacing. But yeah, so this gasket's obviously garbage. Actually, he didn't charge me for the clutch either. He rebuilt the clutch. He put a couple of, look how hot that got, like when it got seized up. You can see the color there, just wild. So that was part of the corporate. The old clutch, again, you can see how burnt it is, or parts of the clutch. Obviously new chain. I don't know enough to know if the old one was bad or not, but get it replaced, right? And then just a bunch of little parts. Here's the thing that the chain was eating into that holds the transmission, sorry, that holds the engine to the swing arm. Broke a piece of plastic, maybe that was part of it. And here are the old bearings that just practically broke. That was the bearing that was holding the rod and to the piston, so, or the crankshaft to the piston, whatever. I'm not too familiar with the terminologies there, but anyways, so how much does it cost to rebuild an engine? It was $3,750. So just to give you an idea, now I know you can get the rebuild engine kit online from Rev3, I think, for about $3,400 for a whole new, I don't know if it's considered a long block or a short block, but then you just got to send the core back. So of course, then you have to either install the engine yourself or take it to someone else to redo it. So it kind of came down to about the same if you go to a shop or not. So Bob, the owner of ATV Performance, really cool guy out here in Las Vegas. I'll put in his information. Unfortunately, I forgot to record when I was on site. It was just, Bob's one of those guys that can talk for you for hours. I think I got there around 1 and I left there around 3:30. So, but really cool guy. Honest, he does some honest work. He power washed my bike. He said it took him like 40 minutes the first go around. I think he probably did it twice, but he power washed that quad and did some touch-up paint, and we did a really good job. I mean, the bike looked brand new, and man, I test drove it on site, and gosh, the power's back like when I remember the first time I rode it, when we bought it back in 2009 or 10, I think it was. So amazing. But that's just for you guys to, if you guys are curious how much it costs to rebuild the the engine on a Yamaha Raptor 700. This particular model is a 2008 that I've had since I was in middle school. So cool stuff. I went to a local shop, which is ATV Performance. That was the owner is Bob. I'd rather support a local business than taking it to like Ride Now or Power Factory Sports. Nothing against them, but you know, for something like this, I'd rather just have a local shop take care of it. So, anyways, that's the total cost, and I hope you guys this is helpful for you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. That's a wrap, guys.